Today, we're taking the strongest design wins of 2025 and turning them into a sharp, colorful 2026 ready hero section that you can use on your next site, including bold typography, glass effects, some movements, and more. Let's break it down. First, I'll set our section to fit to screen and background to black. Then we can drag in a container and make the height and width of it 700 pixels and fully round out those corners. Then in background, let's add a gradient that's radial, just like this. I can then grab this entire container, duplicate, and nest it inside of the previous container, leaving everything as is, except for the colors, which we're gonna modify ever so slightly. Now, let's go ahead and add in a few more animations to make this a little more interesting. Selecting our inner circle in the Animations tab, grab a loop effect, which will be Flash. Then just increase the duration to 8 seconds. And finally, grab our outer circle and grab a mouse effect of Track. Then decrease the distance of that to just 10 pixels. That's most of the motion right there, so now let's add in some more elements and effects. Start by adding in a logo at the top, which is the Playfair display font. Then to add some bold typography to the design, I'll go ahead and duplicate it and set it up to 200 pixel font size, and we'll position it down here. Additionally, to create this nice blend effect on the text, I'll turn on a blend mode of difference. Lastly, for the left side, we'll add in a bit more stacked text. On the right, let's add in a container and turn on advanced sizing so we can make it 50% of the width of the screen and 100% viewport height. With that done, we can add a modern glass effect by setting the background to white, turn on glass effect, remove the background opacity, and then set that blur intensity to about 44 pixels. With that done, let's go ahead and add in a little more content. First, let's add in a few link groups at the top and then stack them all horizontally. Then come into Elements, Menu and Search, and then at the bottom, turn on Site Search. This is what's going to give us access to some search icons, which we can drag out and style up. And finally, we'll add in a login link. Then let's add in a few small art displays and stack those horizontally and add a call to action below them. Finally, let's drag in one last container, which will be full width. Remove the background, then turn on Advanced CSS Grid and add 2 more columns. Each one will get a little bit of text to add to the minimalist feel of this section. That's looking really great so far, so now let me show you how to make it completely mobile responsive too. Switching over to tablet, let's first hide the logo and the link group stack. Then change this right container to dock on the bottom and make it full width too. Then we can move our 3-column container on top of that and dock it to the bottom as well. Then we'll go ahead and duplicate this search and login stack, drag it up to the top, and then hide the original one. In the bottom container, let's rearrange our CTA and art stacks and bump up the size of the text if needed. Lastly, let's rearrange the text at the top and add a little menu icon to polish things off. Finally, for mobile, it's pretty much the same process. First, let's go ahead and increase the size of the circle to 250 pixels height and width. Once again, we'll resize some of the text and spacings, and on our top 3-column container, we'll go ahead and hide this text and then remove that column too. Same idea up above, we will increase the size of any text that needs it and make sure that things line up well. And with that done, we end up with a modern 2026 ready section compatible across all different screen sizes and using many of the trends we saw in 2025. Want to see more of these? Check out another tutorial.